48 hours in Marrakech. Our first Moroccan mint tea. We've just arrived at our riad.
Marcin, who welcomed us here, said that if you're ever anywhere where they don't prepare you mint tea, then you're not welcome. It's a good thing we got our mint tea.
The start of our trip didn't really start off as planned. It turned out pretty much the whole plane's bags didn't make it. Hopefully we get our bags today, but there's no flights out of London until Monday direct, so we'll see.
Apparently you've got to pour it as high as you can.
That's pretty good.
There you go, man. Might be hot.
We have 48 hours here in Marrakech. We're gonna find some food. It's so cool. It's boiling. It's like 38 degrees. I feel like I'm baking from the inside.
So much needed. Is it good?
That's so good. The Mederssa Ben Youssef, and it's 4 p.m. and it's pretty busy, but it's just so beautiful. It's so cool.
So a Mederssa is a place of religious instruction, so it's kind of like a school of theology. Students here would study the Quran. It was used up until the 1960s for that, and yeah, it's just really incredible. It's not necessarily the oldest building here or biggest, but it's definitely very, very beautiful. And here in Marrakech, it's one of the only Islam kind of places that allows non-Muslim visitors inside.
It's 50 dirham per person, which I think is pretty good. There's still way more to explore. We've seen people up in the windows, so we're gonna go find out how we get there.
In these 130 rooms, they had 900 students. So you can imagine that's like 6 per room that's this big.
Surely we don't see 6 people in these. Some more rooms. Some are a bit bigger than others. This room's a bit bigger and it's got a view. I'd rather one of these.
There are lots of rooms in this place.
Just popped into le Jardin Secret, or Secret Garden. It was 80 dirhams per person, and it looks stunning. I'm excited.
And we're here at what time?
5 o'clock, and it's very quiet, so I think we've missed the rush.
Like food or drinks here, maybe coffee or something. This is so cool. This is definitely a good time of day to come because it's pretty quiet, and compared to the Ben Youssef where we just were, this is really peaceful and quiet. And it's kind of crazy because outside is just this madness, and then in here is like super peaceful.
We were recommended to come here instead of going to Le Jardin Majorel or the Yves Saint Laurent garden. So in there's all these photos of when it was a work site and it was being restored, because it started to be neglected in the 1930s and then like fell into disrepair, and in 2006 until like 2013 it was being restored, and it's incredible, it's so beautiful.
Getting a lot of references to my moustache.
Everyone's calling you shouting amigo. You just got called Antonio.
Yeah.
And then moustache.
Very popular.
We are at the main square. It's pretty hectic. What's it called?
Jemaa el-Fna. We'll put it on the screen so you can actually see, but it's the main square, it's where everything happens. We just kind of stumbled upon it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's very busy, and we were just saying before, we haven't really been shouted at all that much today, and then as soon as we came here, it's like left, right and center, people just want you to buy their stuff.
And it's lots of music, fruit juice stalls, music starting up. I think there's this, oh my god, there's a snake. Oh!
So we've only been in the main square for a few minutes, and we didn't really plan on coming here right now, so we'll come back later. But I mean, those few minutes were already the most hectic time we've had here. There was everything from snake charmers to
Monkeys.
Something a little unfortunate with some monkeys, and yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, and the energy is unbelievable.
It felt like I went further than I did.
It looks good. Nicely done, man. So we've just stopped for some mint tea, which is the national drink of Morocco, and we had some obviously when we checked into our room. It's been a pretty hectic day. Been wandering around, it's been lots of fun, and yeah, we're finally getting a chance to sit and just kind of digest everything. It is very vibrant and the energy is crazy, so I think it's quite easy to get drained quite quickly.
For sure. What I had heard from lots of other people is that it's like constantly people shouting at you, like trying to get you into their shop, especially as a girl, that like you'd feel really self-conscious. And genuinely, we were saying, like, in comparison to other places we traveled, like Central America, South America, it's not any more intense. I would say like people are friendly. Some people say if you shout moustache or call me nice things. But it's completely fine.
Yeah.
And
Now, well, given the morning that we've had, the city's definitely been able to make it an incredibly enjoyable day. So we are having a great time and would already recommend this to everyone. The places we've seen and everything we've done, very worth it. Scene.
time check, 6:45.
Yeah, so we've made our way through the maze.
We survived the Medina maze.
Yeah.
It's fun getting lost, and just when you find your way back, you feel really smug.
People talk about how easy it is to get lost here, and we didn't really use maps today, and we just kind of, you know,
Dawdled.
explored around, and we were able to find our way around. So I would say that although it is possible, definitely possible to get lost here, not like too difficult to find your way back. A fun fact that we learnt about the layout here is that it's actually designed like a labyrinth with intention to confuse enemies so that thieves or bandits who would come through in the past would get lost. And so it's good reason for why many people do get lost.
We're just having a meal at our riad. This is a Moroccan aubergine. It's amazing. And then a kind of salad as well. It's just our first course.
Do you eat these with a knife and a fork?
You've made it like a taco.
That's how I mean it. Day 2, on our way to the airport to hopefully go and collect our bag that never arrived yesterday.
So we've just made it into the airport. Fingers crossed, our bag's there. We'll see.
Woo! Yes!
We finally got our bag.
Yay!
Nice delivery.
Woo! Our room's a mess, but we've got our bags.
Better vibes all round. We're just in our riad right now having some coffee, and I was doing some research on riads earlier. They were basically for the rich and wealthy and large families, and the way that they're built is that there are no exterior windows because they're all built right next to each other, and in some instances that way as well. And what it does is they've created it around a central courtyard so that you can still get like a garden. Many have pools and sunshine. Many of them are 2 or 3 stories high, and our one does have a roof terrace that's temporarily closed, but many have roof terraces as well, so it's really pretty.
Now that we've got our bags, finally, we can start our day. It is 11:30, so quite a slow start, but we're gonna go rug shopping first, then to a souk, and then a palace. So a good day ahead. Yeah, that looks.
Look at the tassel.
Oh yeah. We're here at Le Nomades de Marrakech, an incredible rug shop right in the Medina of Marrakech, and it's right next to our riad. They are so lovely in here. They have 28,000 rugs. It's just like an emporium. There's so many to choose from. We just came in with rough measurements of what we wanted and an idea for colours, and they were super helpful, showing us all the different types of rugs they have, helped us make a decision and reach a really good price. We would highly recommend coming here if you want a very relaxed, very kind experience when buying an incredible Moroccan rug.
So we've just bought our rug from Les Nomades de Marrakech, and I highly recommend the experience, and we're so excited to be taking this home with us. This coffee is so nice. Kind of like a Freddo espresso from Greece. It's cold and exactly what we were after.
So we just had some lunch at a place called Medina.
Yeah, highly recommend. That place was amazing.
It's a beautiful rooftop, lovely service, amazing coffee and good food.
Yeah, the price was fully worth it just for that roof terrace, which was amazing.
Yeah.
It's so nice wandering around here. This Medina is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and so it's really epic just wandering in this maze. So much fun.
I'm very proud of Dan, just haggled. We're not very good at it.
Yeah, we got some beautiful cups.
Palm tree cups, our favourite.
But basically everybody's told us that whenever you go to buy something here, instantly counter with something 2/3 down, so a third of what they offered.
And
or
expect
half.
to pay 50% of what they offered.
And no one will sell you anything if they're not making a profit on it, so don't feel bad that that you're
You can be
going too
polite
low.
while haggling.
Yeah.
It just feels impolite to us.
Yeah.
But just do
Not
it with
really.
a smile and be friendly.
Not really enjoying the haggling, but it is necessary here for sure if you're going to buy stuff.
Yeah. So it's 2:30 and we're back in the main square in the craziness. And we're on our way to Badi Palace.
Yeah, you can hear the snake charmers in the background.
Yeah.
This place is just a hive of energy. It's impossible to not feel it. It's so contagious. It's just there's so much happening. Excited to see the Badi Palace, like Matt said. Yeah, cool. So that was
70 dirhams.
70 dirhams each.
When we were walking here, some guy was like, "Oh, Badi Palace is closed, it's closed." And we were like, "Oh, I think we're just gonna go check it out just in case." And it's open, so don't fall for those tricks.
If you come down the stairs, then there's a bit of a museum on the history of the palace. So the palace took 25 years to complete, and it was completed in 1603. Then sometime after that, there was a ruler who came through Marrakech and basically over the course of about 12 years stripped the entire palace of all its jewels, really. And then the palace was basically just left and abandoned, and eventually yeah, became quite a beautiful ruin actually. All around Marrakech really you kind of just see odd and out of place palm trees, and basically that's because it's illegal to cut them down, and if you get caught cutting them down it's massive fine. So not just here, all throughout the city there are just oddly placed palm trees and people have just kind of built around them. This place is epic. It's so quiet. It's the time, it's 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, and out of these walls it is chaos. There are just people everywhere. And you come in here and it's just amazingly peaceful and quiet. And this is not the first place in Marrakech we've found like this. You know, there's beautiful gardens, and then this, oh man, highly recommend this.
It's stinking hot though.
Yeah, that's one downside of this. There's very limited shade, and we're here on October 8th and I think it's almost 40 degrees, so it's very hot. And there are some birds up there that wanted to be included in this video, so they started making some noise.
Please don't offer much shade.
That sun is glaring.
It's been a very hectic day and we are exhausted from wandering around in this heat. It's like 40 degrees, it's boiling, but we found a lovely spot just to chill. And we've got some fun facts about Marrakech. There's 1 million people who live in Marrakech. Marrakech was founded in 1062. Medina is a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of its cultural significance. The name Marrakech comes from the word Marrakech, which means land of gods. There's a rule in Marrakech that the Koutoubia Mosque, which you can see over there, has to be the tallest building in the whole of the city, and no buildings in Medina can be built taller than a palm tree except for other mosques and minarets, which, like the one directly behind us. That one obviously can, but it's meant to be so that the mosque dominates the skyline.
This mint tea thing I could definitely get on board. This is so tasty. So we're on our way to the main mosque of the town. It's so quiet. Lovely time of day to explore. It's dead quiet and the temperatures are really good.
Walking through the souks in the morning, it's a very different experience.
This is our nth time walking through the main market and it's unlike any time before.
Tranquilo. Muy tranquilo.
So relaxed. There it is. It's getting over sunlight this morning. It's really nice. So well worth the visit.
So we've come to Koutoubia Mosque on our last morning. It's one of the most distinctive and well-known buildings in Marrakech. It's obviously a mosque, so you can't go in if you're not a Muslim, but it is beautiful from the outside. It's the tallest building in the whole of Marrakech. As I said yesterday, in the Medina, other than other mosques, nothing can be built higher than a palm tree so that it remains distinctive, and in the new town, nothing can be built taller than it. The last 2 days in Marrakech have been incredible. It was amazing. Thanks so much for watching. We absolutely loved our time in Marrakech. It exceeded all of my expectations and Dan's. We are now by the beach, as you can see, which we will show you in our next video, in beautiful Anza, doing some surfing.
There are loads of flies that landed all over my face while I was posing for that.